For more than one full year, there poured into Great Britain a torrent of war implements, tanks, guns, weapons beyond description. And men, American soldiers, at the rate of 150,000 every month. Assault training included every phase of the coming battle. In the early spring of 1944, joint maneuvers of the ground, sea, and air forces, which were to make the attack, were held along the southern coast of England. Every duty was performed as if this were the real thing. British shores, chosen for their similarity to the coastlines of the Normandy Peninsula, were the staging areas for these maneuvers.
Upon the Allied navies lay the responsibility of taking the armies across. The responsibility made easier by almost complete fighter cover. 2,000 tons of shells every 10 minutes smothered the German artillery.
American and British aircraft supported the shock troops magnificently, preventing the Germans from marshalling reinforcements. American marauders plastered peaceful-looking forests, the hiding places of Nazi tank formations and vicious dumps of high explosive. No pushover, driving the Germans back. Some of our troops dropped within yards of the water's edge. There were two enemies, the Germans and the heavy seas. German prisoners were taken almost at once. Sterling bombers dropped supplies to the 6th Airborne Division. These British airborne fighters have operated brilliantly. Often they attacked behind the German lines, destroying vital Nazi defenses. Supplies are swept up and put to immediate use. Equipment containers are rushed by jeeps to waiting units. American Air Force pictures reveal the devastating effect of United States bombings. Pillboxes, gun emplacements, and other concrete defenses were destroyed. Also destroyed was the Nazi dream of the fortified line. Here is evidence indeed of the irresistibility of combined air and ground operations. No fortified line anywhere, no army on earth could withstand the merciless explosive power the Allies are now able to turn on the enemy. Those highly touted defenses are now a mockery to the Nazi generals who conceived them and to the German newsreels which released these pictures. When Marshal Rommel inspected the fortifications last spring, he announced to the world they were invulnerable. Following his complete defeat in Africa, Rommel strutted about the concrete emplacements. He assured Hitler and the German people that no Allied forces could hope to prevail against them. But both Rommel and Rundstedt arrogantly overlooked the fact that fortifications are no stronger than the spirit of the troops who man them. Yes, the German defenses were tough, but not tough enough. They were manned skillfully, but not so skillfully as they were attacked. The strength through concrete theory of the Nazi High Command has suffered again. Overwhelming power in the air is no respecter of concrete and barbed wire. The Battle of Normandy storms ahead. American forces have cut a wide path from coast to coast across the Cherbourg Peninsula. The feat of putting ashore a highly mechanized army is stupendous beyond anything in the history of warfare. American troops stream to the battlefield. Fleets of tanks and guns and transport of all kinds continue to pour across the Channel, virtually unmolested. The conquest of Cherbourg Peninsula is up to the highest expectations. Huge pontoons help swarms of trucks move to their assignments ashore. Shifting beaches are transformed into solid roads by steel runways. Allied ingenuity has created a port where none existed before. The blast of Allied shells left shattered German defenses and many dead German defenders. Survivors were given prompt attention by medical corps men. Some were grateful, many bewildered by the smashing Allied blow. Doughboys and Tommies pushed forward yard by yard into the villages and small towns. And more prisoners fell into their hands. Some were still arrogant, reluctant to raise their hands in defeat. Landing craft carried the captives back to England. This then is Hitler's invasion of Britain. They come now defeated men to the confinement behind barbed wire.